What have you two teammates here? Since I'm requesting my reviews for past James Bond movies because of No Time to Die, here's my review for the 2002 Bond film Dino Day, which ended up being Pierce Brosnan's final portrayal of James Bond, and it was also the final Bond movie we had since until 2006 rolled around, which Dan Craig came in. But anyway, now Dino Day was actually directed by Lee Tamahori, who's directed some hits and misses over the years as well. Uh, he's of course directed Triple X, The Unit with Ice Cube. That movie saw stunk. He did Devil's Double, which was okay. He did the movie Next with Nick Cage. He did do the film Along Came a Spider. He also did The Edge, which was pretty decent. And he's directed episodes of The Sopranos. So he's a bit of a hit and miss director here. And this movie, of course, had Halle Berry as a Bond girl. I mean, she's the latest X-Men actress. She played Bond girl, by the way, Falling Jensen. So pretty cool right there. I mean, X-Men as Bond girls. Okay, cool. Now, of course, this film was also the only film to have John Cleese, aka Monty Python fame, as the role of Q, and was even the last with Samantha Bond as Miss Moneypenny. So that was pretty cool right there. And here you got Halle Berry, who co-stars as NASA NSA agent Justina Jinx Johnson, and the plot pretty much the plot actually follows Bond as he attempts to locate a mole in British intelligence who actually betrays him and the British billionaire who is later to be revealed to be connected to the North Korean operative that pretty much seemingly they seemingly end up killing her. And it's actually an original story, but it does pretty much take influence from Ian Fleming's novels, such as Moonrakers and The Man with the Golden Gun. And Pierce Brosnan and Halle Berry, I know those two really play off each other really well. Like those two had great chemistry here. I mean, come on, if you want to see Halle Berry in a bikini, this is pretty much one for you. Halle Berry, that woman is just, yeah, she was one of my earliest crushes. I mean, the Flintstones, Catwoman, X-Men. I've always loved Halle Berry. Cannot wait to see her new movie, Bruise, which comes to Netflix in November. Can't wait to see that. But and of course, she was great in the last Kingsman movie, the last John Wick film. She's always awesome. That girl's always on her game. And you also had Rosamund Pike, and I believe this was her earliest role, because of course later on Rosamund Pike will end up getting an Oscar nomination for Gone Girl, and this was actually pretty much one of my first introduction of Rosamund Pike. Here she pretty much plays like Miranda Frost, who's pretty much like this undercover MI6 and double agent here. Judi Dench, of course, reprised her role back as M, the head of MI6. For some reason, they thought it was a good idea to add Madonna in this. But Madonna, of course, did the soundtrack, so I guess there's that. But I mean, hey, you did not hear Tina Turner act saying, "Hey, could I be in your Bond movie?" No, she was in Mad Max, but still. Anyway, now yes, this film I would say does have some flaws. But I'm actually one of the rare folks who did not mind this movie so much. It did actually had a really decent villain in Toby Stevens, who plays Gustav Graves, who's like this British entrepreneur alter ego of Connor Moon, and he was also modeled after Hugo Drax from Ian Fleming's the original Moonraker film, and he's also like this Nazi war criminal who switches places with a British soldier at the end of World War II. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. He was a cool villain right there. You also even had a family royalty here as well. Like you had Deborah Moore, who's actually the daughter of former Bond actor Roger Moore. She plays like this airline hostess. Anyway, the film, like I said, does have a really cool soundtrack. The title song is actually sung by Madonna, who is, come on. She's not really a great actress, to be honest with you, but she's pretty much an iconic singer in her own right. But why does she say yes to be in? This is literally beyond me. I mean, she could be a hit miss as an actress too. I mean, of course, she was in The League of Their Own, which she was pretty good in. But she's been in some other not so great stuff, but still. Anyway, now again, the action is really intriguing to watch. Halle Berry, I thought she was really cool here. You also had Rick Yoon as the role of Zio, pretty much the agent who puts up on behind bars here. So yes, Bond does go to jail. And Toby Stevens as British millionaire Graves is really cool casting here. And he also even involves like pretty much includes stuff that involving destructive lasers. And no, it's not shocks with and laser being attached to their heads for all you Austin Powers fans. But anyway, like I said, this ended up pretty much being the final Bond movie until 2006 rolled around with Daniel Craig replacing Pierce Brosnan. But anyway, I think this is definitely probably one of my second favorites. If I had to rank Pierce Brosnan's Bond films, number one, I'll say GoldenEye. Two will be Die Another Day. Three, I probably would go with. Three, I probably would go with Tomorrow Never Dies, and four, I'll probably go with The World's Not Enough. I mean, Pierce Brosnan had some really cool Bond movies, and it's a shame that he never really continued to play the role for a fifth time. But hey, at least we had Daniel Craig who nailed it there too. But anyway, let me lead you guys. What are your thoughts on the Pierce Brosnan and Halle Berry Bond film Die Another Day? Was you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? What were some favorite parts and your favorite moments? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simmy signing out.